Ladies and gentlemen, welcome at the 7th edition of the Heritage Emotion Awards, celebrating the best innovative projects of Europe's cultural heritage. Because we cannot be physically together, we thought it would be the award ceremony could be done at a symbolic place, known for its heritage value and its innovation. Geofort in the middle of the Netherlands is on UNESCO's World Heritage tentative list as part of the Dutch waterline of defensive fortifications. Geofort is also a science center where everything evolves around Earth and climate change. In 2016, Geofort won the Children in Museum Award. And in 2018, it won the European Heritage Europa Nostra Award for their innovative Minecraft project, in which school children recreated the Netherlands in 1,000 billion Minecraft blocks. So, with such a resume, we are very grateful to Director Willemijn Simon van Leeuwen to be able to call Geofort today our home. The Heritage Emotion Awards are the European Awards for Innovation in Heritage. They celebrate multimedia excellence and accessibility in the field of cultural and natural heritage. Together with our partners, the European Museum Academy, Europa Nostra and Europeana, the international jury shortlisted 10 of all the submitted projects in 4 categories. You will meet our valued partners of the Heritage Emotion Awards up close and personal later when they will announce the winners. Within an hour, we will know which of the nominated projects will win an award. And we are very happy that all the nominees are here with us today, digitally, connecting from all over Europe. As with earlier editions of the Heritage Emotion Awards, we are very excited about the high quality of the projects. Once again, it was an amazing journey of discovery for our jury. I highly recommend you to go to heritageemotion.eu, to visit our website and find full information about all the projects. So, the moment is here. We will now watch the 10 nominated projects in 4 categories. Per category, we will announce the winner. And in the end, we will announce the winner of the Best Achievement Award. And be aware that all 10 nominees are in the race for that. The winner receives a unique of the Best Achievement Award, receives a unique bronze statue, which is exclusively made for us by Dutch sculptor Ingrid Rollema. And now it's time for the first category. It's websites and online content. And the international jury selected 2 projects in this category. The first candidate. The Cultural in Crisis Portal website is a free digital resource of the Victoria and Albert Museum in London to help protect cultural heritage from conflict, criminal acts and natural disasters. The jury was impressed by this powerful but easy-to-use tool for bringing together scholars, researchers, civil society and potential investors. It raises awareness, strengthens local initiatives and fosters synergies.
Culture in Crisis programme was born in 2014 in the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. It's designed to bring together people from across the world to share information and knowledge about cultural heritage protection and support and encourage action worldwide. From the beginning of the programme, Culture in Crisis has been about bringing people together, networking people and benefiting from the opportunities that we can each provide to each other. The portal is a natural progression on that. It brings people together in a digital way to share information and knowledge.
The Culture in Crisis portal will bring greater clarity to the field, sharing information on ongoing and completed projects taking place around the world will provide us all with a greater understanding of the valuable work taking place.
The Culture in Crisis portal provides great opportunities for funders around the world who are engaged in cultural heritage projects. It allows them to very quickly and easily list their projects on the database and to search them both using mobile devices or their desktop devices to find synergies between their projects and the work of others. The Culture in Crisis portal will also be a very useful tool for researchers and students who are looking to understand where cultural heritage protections are being prioritised around the world and what work is still needed to be done.
The bespoke portal allows you to quickly and easily discover a landscape of cultural heritage projects taking place worldwide. The Culture in Crisis portal includes rapid, intelligent search features.
By filtering your search, you can find an exact match for your project. You can find the type of project, whether the type of conservation or preservation, or you can find projects that are operating in the same region or area as your project.
The Icono TV website shows us videos of great masterworks from worldwide museums. They partner with contemporary video artists and production houses to bring us interviews, documentaries, and feature films like a Netflix for culture. The jury states, this is an innovative and engaging way to bring art to a worldwide audience, combining eventfully knitted art imagery with creative visual experiences.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Markovich and I'm the founder of Icono TV. Icono TV is a platform which streams only art 24/7. The aim of the company was to bring art to everybody's home, whether it's on a small screen today or big smart TVs. We stream and broadcast worldwide, and our app is already present in over 1.5 billion smart devices. We share on the library video art from contemporary artists, documentations, interviews, but also going to add entertainment films, all with art as a topic. Thank you.
To announce the winner in this category, we now turn to Karl Moer, the chairman of the European Museum Academy. The European Museum Academy is one of the valued partners of Heritage in Motion and has been a key contributor to these awards. Up to now, our annual award ceremony took place during the European Academy's annual congresses, and we are very grateful for their hospitality, their support, and their friendship over all these years. Karl, over to you.
Thank you, Onno. It is wonderful to be with you at the Heritage in Motion Awards 2020 in Sheervoort, the Netherlands. Sheervoort was, by the way, the winner of the Children's in the Museum Award in 2016, an award that is organized by the European Museum Academy in collaboration with Hands On International. But now for the Heritage in Motion Awards. For the last 7 years, these awards were a welcome part of the European Museum Academy's annual conference. Unfortunately, this year everything is different, but I'm very grateful that we can honor our finalists in this very special digital way, also on behalf of the European Museum Academy members. It is for me a great pleasure to announce the winner in the category Websites. During the pandemic, museums, galleries, libraries, heritage sites and cultural institutions found new ways to share and to work together digitally and to show us their treasures through digital innovative means. The digital shift can help us to find new audiences, to tell new inclusive stories and engage audiences of all ages. The projects nominated for the Heritage in Motion Awards are all extraordinary examples on where we can go and what we can accomplish through digital cooperation and creativity. The winner in the Heritage in Motion category Websites is the Culture in Crisis portal from the United Kingdom.
Congratulations, and maybe you can say a few words to us and your colleagues and tell us in a few words about the project. It would be cool.
Well, thank you very much. It's a huge honour to have won this award today. It's really pleasing for us because this is a relatively new project. Hopefully it's a project that's already making a difference, but the Culture in Crisis programme at the Victoria and Albert Museum has been running for just 5 years, and the portal will celebrate its first birthday on the 2nd of December. So it's a really new project. We already have many hundreds of listings on there and a lot of people making really good use of the portal. The portal has been, our idea really from the beginning was to bring people together and to allow them to share experiences and hopefully to find connections between really good heritage projects around the world that were not otherwise combined, that were funded through different means, and sometimes could seem a little wasteful of the experience of others that they were not familiar with. And we've already found many projects benefiting in this way from the portal. So sometimes it's considered maybe a strange thing for a museum in London to create this portal, and questions have sometimes been asked about why we did it. And it's really because we think we can. We thought we could. We saw a need. We were interested in bringing people together. We saw the opportunity, and we worked with really good partners who were able to create this portal that brought people together in a digital world. And in some ways, I think we've benefited from the recent global situation, in that people are shifting more digitally and they are looking digitally to make their connections and to find synergies between their really excellent projects worldwide.
This is the award. And I'm sorry I cannot give it to you through the screen, but it will come your way. Let's continue with the next category, film and video. In this category, the international jury selected 3 projects. In Cultura Veritas is a border-crossing project of 4 local museums abundantly celebrating the shared culture of Slovenia and Croatia. The jury appreciated the harmonious use of different storytelling techniques, combining an elegant cinematography with animations and discrete reenactments.
Did you know that even Ludwig van Beethoven had relished the wine of the Kraljevina variety from Zelena? His friend, the Countess von Erdődy, used to send it to him, and in return he dedicated 2 trios to her. The objects found at the old fortified town of Zelengrad, symbol of the birthplace of the father of modern viticulture, Dragutin Stražimir, of the poet, Dragutin Domjanic, and the artist, Wenceslav Richter, are preserved at the Museum Sveti Ivan Zelina, where they tell stories of love for wine, companionships, customs, and of over 7 centuries long wine-growing tradition.
Hello from Croatia. My name is Judita Gamolin and I'm a director of a series of videos called In Cultura Veritas that we have produced with the brilliant help of illustrator Mislav Lešić and animator Manuel Šumberac.
The films about 4 local museums from Croatia and Slovenia were produced as part of an EU cross-border cooperation project in Cultura Veritas. The task was to promote tangible and intangible cultural heritage of the wine-growing regions. The films are the result of workshops we organized with museums curators, and once the key objects and unknown stories were identified, we decided to combine storytelling with the innovative visual vocabulary created by the team of the production company Eclectica from Zagreb.
The next project, Casa Batwo's heritage engagement in times of COVID-19. It's an excellent example of a museum dealing with the pandemic by reaching out to the local community. The jury hails the inspiring and spirit-lifting video presentations, evoking the human values fostered by cultural heritage in this eloquent and well-executed contribution from Spain.
We have always loved surprising the world. But this time, the world surprised us. How should we respond to this unique challenge? The answer was to innovate every step of the way. Reinventing our visitor experience and adapting it to our new reality, to create a safe place that continues to surprise the world.
Hello from Casa Batlló. Our nomination proposal for the Heritage in Motion Awards 2020 is comprised by 3 outstanding videos that we developed and released during the lockdown and for the reopening. These 3 videos aim to engage with new audiences, to reduce stress during the lockdown.
If we have more love than ever,
And last but not least, to share our outstanding measures for the reopening last July. These 3 videos had a very good welcome by the audiences, and it's an opportunity to raise the awareness of heritage during lockdown and also to show the resilience of heritage.
The third project in this category, the Pincer Jaws of Heaven project from Ireland, brings to life the work of poet Patrick Kavanagh. The jury states that the images are literally and metaphorically poetic. Viewers are taken in by visuals of breathtaking beauty, suggestively illustrating Patrick Kavanagh's poetry and creating an intimate dialogue.
On Raglan Road of an autumn day, I saw her first anew, that her dark hair would weave a snare that I might one day rue. I saw the danger, yet I walked along the enchanted way, and I said, let grief be a fallen leaf at the dawning of the day. On Grafton Street in November, we tripped lightly along the ledge of a deep ravine where can be seen the worth of passion's pledge. The Queen of Hearts still making tarts, and I not making hay. Oh, I love too much, and by such is happiness thrown away.
Monaghan's self-educated ploughman poet, Patrick Kavanagh, didn't even possess the bus fare to Dublin. He was so convinced of his own genius, he walked. The village of Inniskeen treasured his memory for 50 years. Music, drama and poetry are central to Irish life, but the village badly needed a multi-purpose performance venue. The audio-visual in our exhibition has the elderly poet reviewing the events of his life, so that new readings can be added or rotated at will. Ireland's Nobel laureate Seamus Heaney came from a similar rural background to Kavanagh. As an unknown young man, he nervously entered one of Dublin's famous literary pubs. Kavanagh looked up, nodded, slid a creamy pint of Guinness to him, got up and left without a word. The astonished onlookers realised that the elderly Kavanagh was acknowledging that he finally had a worthy successor. By offering our project a shortlisting, you are honouring the people of Inniskeen with a similar metaphorical creamy pint of Guinness. So, Sláinte.
What a wonderful project. The founding father of Heritage in Motion, award-winning documentary filmmaker Robin Lutz, will now announce the winner in the category Film and Video.
Thank you, Onno. And congratulations to all the shortlisted finalists for their great projects. Telling each other stories is one of the most fundamental aspects of humanity. Right from the very start, humans have tried to capture their lives in images. From the bisons and deer in the Neolithic caves to Renaissance paintings. From the black and white movies from the Golden Era to the virtual reality of today. Capturing cultural heritage sites and traditions on film is not just about telling our stories, it's also about documenting our humanity, showing who we are and what we treasure. The global pandemic has made clear how connected we all are. We tend to look at everything that sets us apart from one another. But we should look at what we have in common, what we share as human beings. Cultural heritage is human heritage. It belongs to all of us, and sharing these stories is even more important, especially now. Therefore, it's with me great pleasure to announce the winner in the category Film and Video. The winner in the Heritage in Motion category Film and Video is the Pincer Jaws of Heaven project from Ireland. Congratulations!
I'm delighted that we're winning, alongside another border collaboration project. Inniskeen is a tiny, relatively impoverished village right on the Irish border, which, having struggled to recover in the peace process, is kind of now threatened by being Brexited. I'm thrilled that the very imaginative Monaghan County Council, of whom the conjurer is here, the cultural officer, has done a whole range of really imaginative projects. This is the third project we've worked with her on for that region. And the challenge was, in these obscure, remote parts, right off the beaten tourist trail, how do you make an investment sustainable? So we realized that our installation had to be an immersive video experience for the tourists and visitors, but also had to provide a working multi-purpose performance, theatre, seminar space, so that the people of Inniskeen could use it, not necessarily on cultural projects about Kavanagh, but inspired by his example. So it technically was a huge challenge that the one small space, the converted church, would work as a theatre, as a cinema, as an immersive experience. And our big fear was that by trying to be everything to all people, it might not work on any level. But I think anyone who's been there, and do come, has realized that it works on all those. That it provides a very flexible space for the people to use in a whole host of different ways, and that we can keep adding readings to what effectively is like a theatrical stage with multiple projectors, but works as a theatre stage. So it's all in one. But anyway, we're very humbled, because it's a small community project where they've been treasuring his memory for 50 years since he died. And while the memory of all of the old people that knew him and had all the stories about him, we were able to record and bottle those memories into the future. So, there was a huge element of folk memory and a hugely imaginative, hello, Dimpner, wave, take credit, culture officer. She's doing a fantastic job in one of Alan's neglected regions. It's nowhere on the wild Atlantic way or touristic coast.
Okay, thank you, Mark. It's wonderful to hear so much about this project. And as we can see, there's a lot more to tell about it. So thank you so much for sharing that with us. As you can see, I have your award still here, but it will come to you in a physical form. You now have it in a digital form already. Thank you so much. And thank you, Robin, for presenting this. And on to the next category. We now go to the category Apps and Interactivity, and there are 2 projects nominated by the international jury. First up is Please Touch, an inclusive art experience powered by Arches. This EU-funded project was a cooperation of 6 European museums, 4 tech companies, and 2 universities. It makes museum visits accessible to a large variety of visitors, including blind and visually impaired people, sign language readers, children and elderly users, and people with cognitive impairments. The jury was excited by the novel combination of 3D services, computer technologies, and multimedia applications, allowing visitors to experience a visual work of art through different senses. Empowering, creative, and exemplary.
Stable. Sky. The sky is particularly atmospheric in the upper right corner of the painting.
Our proposal for the Heritage in Motion Award is called Please Touch. Please Touch is an interactive art experience which is powered by the project Arches. Arches was an EU-funded research initiative which included about 200 people with disabilities as researchers, not only as the people we're doing this for, but the people we're doing this with. And we wanted to make different applications such as games, apps, and interactive touch stations that have a tactile mode also, so to make a multisensorial way of experiencing the art. And we're very proud of our results, not only because some of these things are really cutting edge and really novel, but also because we did it together with the people that are going to use it. And this makes it much more helpful for them, because they have helped us as experts in their own accessibility needs.
The second and last project in this category is from Russia, the Day of Borodino in Augmented Reality. This application augments a large museum panorama created by French-Russian painter Franz Roubaud. The jury was impressed by the way in which the project made the museum's research publicly accessible by adding layers of information, enriching the experience with storytelling, and offering visitors a personalized exploration of the Borodino panorama.
Due to augmented reality technologies and the Artifact platform. Now the visitor just looks through the mobile device with Artifact on any part of the panorama, and he can see each episode of the battle in detail. Each element has its own story. In addition, the visitor can listen to the audio guide. All content is localized into 2 languages and is available to any museum visitor both in the museum and outside of it. Any visitor can see the collection of historical tin soldiers in the form of the Battle of Borodino times and arrange them on their own using augmented reality tech. This has aroused great lively interest among children and many adults. The panorama unfolds even more at the exposition of items of arms and equipment of 2 armies, awards, items of applied art, graphics, and paintings inspired by this historical event.
To announce the winner in this category, we now go to Snežka Kvadvlieg-Mihailovic, the Secretary General of Europa Nostra, another valued partner of Heritage in Motion, and in this case funded by the Creative Europe program of the European Union. Europa Nostra is the largest civil society federation of cultural heritage in Europe. Snežka, over to you.
Thank you, Anna. Great to be with you for this digital ceremony of the Heritage in Motion Awards 2020. And I'm delighted to see that you are gathered at Geofort in the Netherlands, a proud winner of the European Heritage Awards, Europa Nostra Awards in 2018. Dear awards finalists, dear viewers from around Europe and the world, cultural heritage is not just about keeping and preserving the past. Every generation has to reinvent our collective heritage and renew its connections to it. It is our responsibility to keep it alive and, most importantly, to keep it relevant. We have to retell the stories of our ancestors and to connect those stories to our own stories, to our own lives and our own communities. It is what makes cultural heritage such a vital aspect of our society. The Heritage in Motion Awards celebrate the new ways in which we can tell these stories and make these connections visible, especially now during these trying times in which the digital communication becomes even more important. As you might know, Europa Nostra is the European voice of civil society committed to cultural heritage, and we are very proud to be a founding organization of the Heritage in Motion Awards. And now, in my capacity as Secretary General of Europa Nostra, it is my honor to announce who is the winner of the category, Heritage in Motion category, Apps and Interactivity. And the winner is Please Touch, an inclusive art experience powered by Arches.
Thank you very much for this great honor. I'm taking the prize virtually in my hands on behalf of the people who have worked together on this project. which was a team of researchers in universities and museums and tech companies, but most of all, it was 4 different groups of people with different accessibility needs that worked together with museums and that worked with us to make these tools possible. And I think it was a very fine example of participatory research and technology innovation, because all the tools that were done were made with them and not only for them. And they are hopefully going to be used in many museums to make museums for all people possible in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much and congratulations. Congratulations. And thank you, Snezhka. This award will come to you in a physical form. So the award is for you. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
It's time for our last category. Games and interactive experiences, our last category. Like all the other categories, we had many wonderful submissions. And it was a hard job for the jury to choose the nominated projects. The following 3 projects are nominated in the category Games and Interactive Experiences. The Aztecs Sunstone 3D video mapping from the Netherlands. The Sunstone is a huge 3 meters wide stone covered in figures and symbols. This immersive audiovisual show combined 3D video mapping animation with real and 3D printed objects. The jury praised the novel approach to make this highly emblematic and complex artifact accessible to the wider public by an impressive 3D projection, which greatly enhances the interaction with the real object.
The Sunstone is more than a calendar. It also tells the story of the creation and destruction of the world, a story of gods fighting each other. This is Tonatiuh, the sun god. Tonatiuh is our sun. Our world was created thanks to his light. His birth marked the start of our era, the era of humans.
I'm an exhibition maker at the National Museum of World Cultures in the Netherlands. Together with the Linden Museum in Stuttgart, we made a traveling exhibition about the Aztecs, the mythical peoples from Mexico. One of the highlights of this exhibition, and there are many, you can see behind me. It is the Sunstone Theater. The Sunstone is the most famous of all Aztec objects, a 25,000 kilos weighing stone filled and carved with symbols and stories. We made these stories come to life through a technique called projection mapping. First, we made a 3D print of the stone, an actual size, and then we made an animation that fitted perfectly on all the carvings in the stone. This way, when the animation moves, the stone seems to come alive. Projections left and right from the stone, you can see them in the red color on this photo behind me, tell the stories about the origin of the Aztecs, about their gods, about their beliefs, and about their history. This way, our visitors get an introduction to the complex belief systems of the Aztecs. Right now, you can see it in Vienna in the Weltmuseum, and next year, if you stop by in Leiden in the Netherlands, you can see it from June in our museum Volkenkunde. So I hope to see you there.
The second project in this category is Tsaritsino Through the Times from Russia. This immersive time machine shows the visitors the changes over time in one cultural heritage site, a palace south of Moscow. The jury appreciated how thorough research work was used in this project, exploring cost-efficient methods to offer a journey through the ages, also musically. The result is a spectacular experience, exciting and inspiring.
To reconstruct 11 periods of Tsaritsina's history in 3D, doing high-quality visualization of time travel, creating music and environmental sounds. Output composed results on 2 large dioramas. 3-dimensional reconstruction of all 11 periods based on hundreds of images and descriptions took 8 months. In this way, the results of the museum's scientific activity over 40 years turned into 11 exact 3-dimensional models.
Hi, my name is Alexander Lavrov, and I want to show you a project about Tsaritsina Manor. It's a very well-known place in Russia and around the world. It was destroyed and reconstructed a lot of times. And visitors do not understand the history of this place. Hundreds of different materials were available, like drawings, images, texts, sounds, a lot of information. We decided to reconstruct from these materials a 3D model of Tsaritsына buildings, and using video mapping show them on two very large panoramas. We called it the time machine. And right now everybody understood the history of a place. And it's very interesting, it's intuitive, and everybody liked it. Thank you for your attention.
The third and last project in this category is the Fat Margaret permanent exhibition Towering Tales of the Sea from Estonia. This exhibition of the Estonian Maritime Museum is located in a medieval cannon tower called Fat Margaret in Tallinn Old Town. There are more than 30 digital solutions in the exhibition. The jury calls the approach ambitious and multifaceted by combining various technologies dynamically, thereby continuously engaging and surprising visitors.
We started with a 38-year-old permanent exhibition that was made by specialist to specialist, but we ended up with a contemporary museum visitor center that has more than 50 different audiovisual and digital solutions. While during this change, the key question for us was, what can we do so that digital content would not become a wallpaper or this endless black hole where all other content can be put in that won't make it into the exhibition otherwise? For us, the answer was in single-layered active solutions that interact with you even when you are not actively engaged, just passing by and walking around the museum. It was in continuity, through talking about complicated technical terms through same type of digital media, your audience becomes familiar with it during the visit. Accessibility and inclusion, all audiovisual materials have sign language translations, and you can use digital media together with historical artifacts, but you can also engage it with your audiences, either physically while they are in the museum or after they visit, just to stay in contact with them.
And the winner in this category will be announced by Harry Verwaayen, the director of Europeana. Europeana is another important and valued partner of Heritage in Motion. Europeana is the leading organization at the heart of how we digitally share culture, art, and cultural heritage in Europe. And we are very proud that Heritage in Motion is part of the Europeana family. So Harry, please go ahead.
Thank you, Onno. It is my pleasure to be with you at this digital ceremony of the Heritage in Motion Awards 2020. Dear nominees and viewers, great projects, all of them, and I especially like the fact that many of the finalists have worked on something which can be replicated elsewhere. The heritage world needs more open source sharing of the most useful technologies and most innovative new ideas. As you may know, Europeana is all about sharing. We have a platform of 50 million items and we work with close to 4,000 libraries, museums and archives. And we understand how essential cultural heritage is for our social and economic environments, especially now that the analog world has slowed down and the digital world is accelerating at such high speed. The worldwide pandemic has made the coming transitions even more urgent, and we believe that cultural heritage needs to be a central part of those massive societal changes. Now, to business. Which of the three finalists in the category Games and Interactive Experiences has won? The winner in the Heritage in Motion category Games and Interactive Experiences is the Aztec Sunstone 3D video mapping. Congratulations!
Congratulations, congratulations. And Ricardo, please say a few words about this wonderful project.
Well, thank you very much for this. When I saw the other projects, I thought, well, we don't stand a chance because it was so beautiful. You could not really tell from our short video because a video mapping is something you should see in real life. It's a trick on the eyes. You have a real object where the animation is projected on, and together for the visitors in the room, it gives a magical experience. So it's hard to see that on a 2D screen. Yeah, for us, the video mapping technique was a way to unlock the secrets of the Sunstone, which is a beautiful object made by the Aztecs 500 years ago. This year, 500 years ago, the Aztec Empire unfortunately ended by Spanish colonization. But the stories in this stone are very, very difficult to decipher. So we wanted to tell the visitors on an easy way the magic and the mysteries hidden in this story. So we used animation. First, we made a 3D print of the stone, and that model for the print was also used as a model for the animation, and they fitted perfectly, which was very complicated technically. Every millimeter had to be exact. And this way you can see it right now in the Welt Museum in Vienna. Last year it was seen in the Linden Museum in Stuttgart, and next year it will be on show in the Museum Volkenkunde in Leiden. So I invite you to come to Leiden next year from June and to see it for yourself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ricardo, and thank you, Harry, for announcing this award. And on behalf of our founding partners, European Museum Academy, Europa Nostra and Europeana, and all of us, I would like to congratulate the winners of these 4 categories. Congratulations again, but who will win the Best Achievement Award? Like I said before, all 10 nominees are still in the race for that. I especially would like to thank the members of our international advisory jury and, of course, our chairman, Walter Bramos. They did a tremendous job. It was not easy to choose between all these candidates. Like with other competitions, there are actually no losers in this competition. All projects are wonderful, but again, there's only one Best Achievement Award to be handed out. So thanks to the jury for their comments and insightful evaluations. Without them, there wouldn't be any winners anyway. So before we announce the Best Achievement Award winner, here is Walter Bramhorst, chairman of the jury.
Thank you, Onno. Dear finalists, dear viewers, we live in strange times, and many cultural heritage sites and museums have to adapt to unique and difficult circumstances. Before we reveal the Best Achievement Award, I would like to mention that the jury was very impressed with one submission, which found new ways to adjust to the pandemic and connect to the local community, with creativity and with passion. The jury therefore awards a special mention to the Casa Batlló heritage engagement in times of COVID-19. Congratulations.
Wow, I'm really honored on behalf of my colleagues. Thank you very much. And it has been I agree with all of you. This has been challenging times, and we have been facing with a tremendous amount of stress and changing circumstances. I think as a humanity, this is a milestone in our history, and also all our heritage sites will reflect this in some way or another for this and the next generation. We all will remember this 2020 and this world's COVID-19 for the rest of your lives, undoubtedly, and for several generations. So thank you very much for this acknowledgement. For us, a small house in Barcelona visited by, or used to be visited by too many people. So it will be a recognition of this hard work that we did implementing technology, new knowledge, but also taking in mind that we are protecting a small part, but a significant part of the heritage of humanity, which is something that all of you also, the participants, are doing in your fieldwork, in your area of knowledge, and in your part of the world. So thank you very much, and I'm very pleased to have this wonderful news.
Now to the Best Achievement Award. Innovation is key to keep cultural heritage relevant, up to date, and to keep it vital. But technology in itself is not enough. We need much more than just the technology. The technology can help us to tell the stories in new ways and to share them in new ways. But cultural heritage is about our communities. It's about the people. It's about what we have in common with one another. It's about our society. It's about inclusion. So we have to find a way in which we can combine all these different technologies with a new way of storytelling and sharing our cultural heritage. Now, the jury was very impressed with all the submissions to the Heritage Emotions Award 2020. Many of you took the challenge of the COVID-19 very serious and found a new way, and found new ways to interact, new ways to tell these stories to as many people as possible. Obviously, we had to do most of that in digital ways. The jury was especially impressed by one project. Why? Because it managed to combine all these different technologies in different ways and to tell stories in a new and exciting and engaging way. So I'm very proud to announce the Best Achievement Award of the Heritage in Motion Awards 2020. And the award goes to the Fat Margaret permanent exhibition Towering Tales of the Sea from Estonia. Congratulations.
Well, thank you so much. It's a huge honor, and I'm very delighted to accept this prize on behalf of the Estonian Maritime Museum, and of course our partner who helped to create all digital content to the exhibition. But as you mentioned, the exhibition is housed in a former cannon tower. It's part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site, the Old Town of Tallinn. So to make a accessible, visitor-friendly museum visitor center into this location was a huge challenge for the whole team. And it needed a lot of partners, a lot of collaboration, a lot of determination to get it done. And we worked on this project for more than 3 years. So this award is really heartwarming, and thank you a lot for this prize.
Well, congratulations again, and also this statue will come your way. Congratulations with winning the Best Achievement Award.
Thank you.
And this concludes the ceremony, the Heritage in Motion Award ceremony of 2020. Please go to heritageemotion.eu to learn more about our winners, finalists, and all the other great submissions of this edition and all previous editions. And I promise you, it's a wonderful journey of discovery. I would like to thank again Geofort and the director Willemijn Simon van Leeuwen and her team for their hospitality and cooperation. Thanks to all the technicians and the production. And last but not least, on behalf of our founding partners, our founding father, all finalists, award winners, volunteers and participants, I would like to thank you for contributing to Heritage in Motion and for viewing this live or later when you view this recording. And if you like what you see, please subscribe, like, and you might even leave a comment down below, because Heritage in Motion will come back also online. Talking about coming back, we'll be back next year. But before I tell you something about that, let's raise our glasses to our winners. I would like to propose a toast to all the winners of this year's competition, Congratulations all. And let's hope that we see each other next year in 2021 for the next Heritage Emotion Awards ceremony, maybe even physically, if that's possible by then. But until then, please stay safe and healthy and keep innovating. Good night.
Congratulations.
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 Cheers.